amazing. I did a 13-day water fast. I guess I'll take some time because it is gorgeous out here. I'm away from most of traffic, population, and pollution. It is amazingly beautiful. I don't want to spend too much time here, otherwise I'll break my momentum. But of course, I've been criticized for doing a 13-day water fast. I was trying to do a 30-day water fast after a time to the United States to help people with lymphoma, with cancer, and help them restore themselves using transitional foods, getting into raw foods, including fruitarian, and with some success, with definitely success, and helping family members along the way. Here in Ecuador, I've helped here in the city of Gualaquiza a few people start going to a plant-based diet. I had some outreach earlier this week, and it's been wonderful. It's been really great. Here I want to share with you what I feel as far as the fasting goes. I was working hard at the farm. I was working about 5 or 6 hours a day. I was running, I was working out, I was doing yoga. I was keeping myself active and pushing myself to the limit because I thought, I'm not gonna do sedentary. And what happened is I accumulated a lot of pollution. Of course, if I'm taking care of somebody who's sick, my body will apparently be in balance for whoever's sick. So it'll just adjust itself for the environment that I'm in. And it is pretty polluted back in the United States. I'm not saying it's not polluted here in Gualaquiza, Ecuador, but I believe it's less. And here I've been enjoying refeeding of citrus juices such as orange juices, lemon. Definitely I want to give some advice here for anyone interested in breaking the fast. Oh my gosh. I felt changes, detoxification kicking in. I thought, hey, maybe I'll slow it down. Slowing down the detoxification sometimes as easy as just putting something in my mouth besides water. So I thought, not just lemon, but let me put a little bit of sugarcane juice. I walked about 1.5 miles to the sugarcane juice cafe that we have nearby where we live. And the beautiful woman there, her name is Rebecca, an elderly woman with her daughter working there and her mother. I guess I can't see too elderly, but anyway, I asked for about 1/2 liter, gave her 50 cents. And the wonderful woman, generous, was giving me more and more and more. And I slipped up. I drank a little more sugarcane juice than I needed to. And she invited me, introduced me to her nephew-in-law who is suffering diabetes type 2 and other health illnesses, including kidney problems. And so I spoke to him, outreached him to help him get started with the plant-based eating towards veganism and raw veganism. So getting off the oils and so forth, preparing him for any kind of therapy or whatever it is that would help him out. In addition to that, I could tell you in the evening, oh my gosh, in the evening the releases were, whoa, unexpected. First of all, now that I've fasted, I could tell you as I consume something, my body quickly reacts like, whoa, don't put that in my mouth. Don't even think about it. And the moment I put something in my mouth that shouldn't be in there, I start hiccuping. And everyone is different, so I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't. What I will say is that in general rule of thumb, no animal products are necessary at all whatsoever. If anything, it's going to cause the opposite effect that you may want, a really disastrous effect. Burdens on the liver, kidney, pancreas, and so forth and so on, including the blood circulation. I fasted a lot longer than this, but I don't think I've fasted as much and as pushing the limits as I've had this time. There are many people in history that have actually fasted, well known for their intelligence and monumental changes in history, of course. Ancient Egyptians, Assyrians, the Mongolians, and many other ancient cultures and civilizations, including Socrates, Hippocrates, Plato, Aristotle. Pythagoras actually demanded his students to do I believe it was a 30 or 40-day fast, I can't remember right now. Da Vinci as well did, and many more, Seneca as well. So many great minds have actually fasted and enjoyed the benefits of that. Very few do you find I hate saying posting, but painted foods. You know, just they didn't spend time talking about what they ate all the time. They basically talked about what they did not need to eat. You know, it's like my yoga teacher once told me, you know, if you think about the word love, oftentimes we love to use the word love, peace, compassion, words. But he had told me that the word love is just simply the absence of everything else but love. It is always present, it's default. And I really enjoy that. He said, if you ever want to look at what unconditional love is, simply look at any of your organs. They're living, you know, entities, thinking and acting and reacting upon themselves and with whatever the environment needs to. And they'll keep on working no matter what stress and burdens we put on them. So by removing stress and burden, you know, I alleviated the burden and stress from my organs, from my, you know, my cellular body, my tissues, my organs, and so forth. If we're going to go by love, it's basically removing anything that is not love. So by doing this, I definitely feel that I removed a good burden. Removing everything but love allowed me to feel a vessel, a more emptier vessel, willing to accept, willing to be more receptive, excited and energetic. It's just a wonderful feeling. I feel vibrant, actually. Last night, I couldn't sleep. I kept on rolling and tossing and turning. I just couldn't sleep. Midnight probably passed, and I got up around 4 in the morning. I prepared myself to detox, did some yoga, cleansing, breathing, did a little work around the Terra Frutis headquarters. And at about 6, I started running, and of course I stopped here to do some filming. I feel very vibrant, very energetic, very alert, very mindful, focused. Senses, oh my gosh, the senses are on fire right now. I feel everything moving at a different rate. And I'm excited about refeeding, and I'm excited about getting myself fitted with my body again, you know, cleaning everything out that needed to get out, and seeing it work at a different level. Maybe I'll do it soon, maybe I won't. I will be going to a different part of Ecuador very soon, and I'll be pretty busy, so that's another reason why I wanted to start to refeed and get off the fast, because I wanted to be prepared for anything that might come up. And on my travels, it's always good to be level-headed and minded and aware and alert, so that, you know, I'm not taken advantage of. If I don't get confused, I don't lose anything. You know, these things are very important. You know, I don't want to endanger myself or endanger anyone else around me. So I felt safe the whole time. Interesting enough, while I was fasting, I have been contacted by a number of my friends that actually underwent some fasting. Some close living with me, close quarters, and others, you know, living around the world and the other parts of the world. And it's been wonderful. It's been a crazy feeling to go, wow, we're like in sync. We're like thinking on the same wavelength, same frequency, and we felt we needed this vibration cleanse. And I really, really am thankful for this. And that's exactly what the outcome is. I feel more thankful for what I do have, and I don't feel the need for those things I don't have. It's just so rare to find, you know, this movement. You would think with the amount of calories, the amount of food, the amount of meat, dairy, wheat, whatever it is, whatever anyone's eating, you would think they'd be so vibrant, energetic, explosive, you know, full of life. And that's what I see with a lot of these people that either do the fasting, eat raw vegan, plant-based, whatever you can call it. And I was saying, I'm definitely not the standard for peak performance athletic, you know, prowess, but it is challenging to see these happen and these things happen. And I've also met plenty of people who have fasted for 30 days and 30 plus days, or just around that area. And once again, those people that I have met, it's very rare that I find them. And it's not like they don't exist. Of course they do, the athletes and so forth. Someone who's actually fasted for 30 days and feels energetic, vibrant, athletic a year later. And I have met people that have fasted, and it's been about a year since they fasted, and they're still recovering from it. So I'm making sure I do this rational. Thank you.